All right, today we're diving into a skill that is, honestly, a total game changer for getting way better results from AI. It's all about learning to see the invisible. We're going to figure out how to spot the hidden structure in things that actually work, so you can build prompts that are not just good, but super reliable and effective. Okay, so let's kick things off with a problem that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has run into. You see something that works, like, brilliantly. You think, I can do that. You try to copy it, and poof, it just falls flat. This, my friends, is what we call the imitation trap.
I mean, come on, who hasn't been there, right? You see this absolutely killer email, you copy it pretty much word for word, you hit send, and nothing. Just crickets. It is so frustrating, and you're left sitting there wondering, what am I missing? What's the secret ingredient here?
Well, here's the big mistake most of us are making. We get so focused on copying the words, the stuff you can see on the surface. But the real secret sauce, the actual value, it's not in the specific phrasing at all. It's in the underlying structure. It's that invisible pattern that's been making it work the whole time. So the big question is, how do we escape this trap? Simple. We need to start thinking a little bit more like an AI. We need to learn how to find the pattern. And let me tell you, this is a core skill from computational thinking, and it is an absolute game changer when it comes to writing prompts that actually get the job done. Okay, so what even is pattern recognition? It's actually pretty simple. It's the skill of spotting what stays the same even when all the details are changing around it. The words might be totally different from one example to the next, but the core blueprint, that stays the same. And this is a true superpower for AI. It is incredibly good at finding these hidden structures, even in a huge mess of information. And this quote right here just nails it. This is the mental shift we have to make. We're not asking what these emails say. We're asking how they're built. It's like this. Anybody can look at a delicious cake and tell you it's a cake. But if you want to make one yourself, you don't need a description of the finished product. You need the recipe. You need the instructions. All right, theory is all well and good, but let's get our hands dirty and see how this actually works in the real world. We're going to look at a classic case, those tricky emails you have to write to de-escalate a situation with an unhappy client. So here we've got 3 different emails for 3 different clients about 3 different problems. The wording is totally unique in each one. One's about a delay, another's a product issue. You get the idea. On the surface, they just look like 3 separate apologies. But here's the thing. They all worked. They all calmed the customer down. So why? It's because underneath all those different words, there is a powerful hidden pattern. Every single one of them follows the exact same 3-step psychological recipe. Step 1, validate their feeling. I get why you're upset. Step 2, take ownership. I apologize. And step 3, state the corrective action. Here's what we're doing about it. That is the formula. That is the recipe you can use over and over again. Okay, so that's a fantastic example for dealing with people. But this whole pattern recognition thing, it gets even more powerful when you start applying it to data. Let's check out a really high-value business use case, taking a complete mess of information and turning it into clean, structured data. Just imagine this for a second. You've got, say, thousands of transaction notes from expense reports. Every single one is written differently by a different person. It's just total chaos, right? And you somehow need to wrangle all of that into a nice, clean table for your database. This is the perfect job for pattern recognition. Now, the rookie mistake here is to just tell the AI, hey, turn these notes into a table. You know what you'll get? A completely unpredictable mess. But the pro move, the audit-ready approach, is to show the AI the pattern. You just give it 2 or 3 perfect examples of the messy input and the clean output you want. And look at this. This is the magic part. We didn't write a single line of code or a single complex instruction. We just showed it the pattern. And from those few examples, the AI figures out all the rules on its own. It learns to pull out the vendor, standardize the dollar amount, categorize the expense, the whole shebang. It learns the entire structure just from the examples. That is wildly powerful. Okay, but with great power comes great responsibility, right? This technique is so effective that we have to talk about the safety rules. There are 2 absolutely critical, non-negotiable rules you need to follow to use this the right way. Rule number 1 is simple. Garbage in, garbage out. The quality of your examples is everything. The AI is basically an amplifier. So if you give it sloppy, inconsistent, or biased examples, guess what? You're going to get sloppy, inconsistent, biased results. Always, always start with perfect, high-quality examples to set the pattern. And this is the most important rule of them all. I cannot stress this enough.
Never, ever use real customer data or any personally identifiable information in your examples. Don't use real names, real company info, nothing. Why? Because these models can sometimes memorize and repeat their training data. You have to use fake synthetic data. Think Jane Doe or Acme Corp. This is a critical safety guardrail for privacy and governance.
So look, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. The goal is not to just copy good examples. The real goal is to learn their pattern. It's about shifting from just imitating success to really analyzing it, understanding its deep structure, and then turning that structure into a powerful, reusable tool. Don't just copy the cake, learn the recipe.
And that really brings us to the final question. And this one's for you to think about. What about in your own work? What successful emails or reports or processes do you have? What are the invisible patterns that are hiding just beneath the surface, just waiting for you to find them and put them to work?